Contemplating life, I guess. It's probably the title of this video.
Is life changing?
Life steps.
The other thing is, I think for me, is sort of being judged. Hey y'all, how are you? Sorry about my voice. We are at the lake house. We are not in Murray County. We had to bring some stuff down here to the lake house, so I thought I'd show y'all an update real quick, and then we're probably gonna have a little chat if I can talk. So I don't know if I've shown y'all, but we got a new front door. We still got to paint the trim black. We have not done that yet, but we have a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of stuff. We've got beds, we've got chairs for outside, ceiling fans for in here and for next door, bedding, all the things, which we are not all doing today, but I am going to show y'all in here. This is so cool. There's not electricity yet. Well, there is, but I don't think it's ran. So this is the new garage part, and it is almost finished. We've got to get some insulation. Look, we even had them put a doggy door in for us, so when we go to the lake, or if we go to eat, we can just let the dogs in here. We will eventually be putting like a fence, some kind of fence around the place. Yeah, so super quick update there, but just wanted to show you guys the progress. We also have new neighbors. We got to meet these neighbors, and here's the new, I mean, it looks small, but it is huge, and can't tell because the truck's here, but makes the house look so much bigger. It's crazy. And really, this stuff is all that's left, except for we gotta have electricity ran for our gonna be putting our mini split. Actually, the electricity's ran. It's already done. We just have to get the mini split unit installed, and then we'll get all this cleaned up. And I've got a couch coming. Should have been here already, but TV. Got a TV already. Little TV stand that's not in here yet, I don't believe. The wind today, goodness. I do live in Oklahoma, so that is a thing here. Yeah, so that's the update. And now we're gonna go sit in the living room for a little chat. What are you doing?
Watch this. Look at that Arms Family Lake House. Yeah. Pulling dust. Boom.
Boom.
Boom. Boom.
Okay, yeah, so since we've been down, came to the lake house to check on things, and also...
You sound different.
Also, I lost my voice. It's just now coming back. I didn't have it for 2 or 3 days.
It was peaceful.
That was rude.
She could talk. It was just real squeaky.
Yeah.
I said, huh?
Yeah, so I'm sorry about my voice. You'll just have to struggle to hear me. Try to talk louder.
Try to talk with a command presence. Try to talk like somebody needs to hear what you got to say.
Only if they want to.
Okay.
So anyway, we came down here to check on some things, and we hadn't done a podcast video in a minute, so I thought we'd do one here.
It's just one of those touchy-feely, Daniel's going to start crying videos. I had a moment the other day in my Father's Day video where
Well, I haven't got to watch that video yet.
You don't need to.
Why? It's fine. I cry all the time. Who cares?
Anyways, we've not done one of these videos from the lake house.
No, we haven't.
Does it feel different to anybody? We're still sitting on an ottoman in the living room. DJ said, we're going to shoot a little podcast video. I said, okay, what are we going to do? Set up the bar? You want to do it? Where are we going to do it? And she was like, on the ottoman in the living room?
That's what we do.
That's what we do. I was like, okay. Okay.
What?
Okay, same thing. Just creature of habit. DJ's no change.
Yeah, it's fine. So I just thought we would just kind of talk about life changing a little bit.
Your life changed when you met me.
It did.
Life-changing experiences.
Yeah.
That's what she calls me. I'm a life-changing experience.
You definitely were. Definitely were.
Yeah, you're not the only person that's ever said that. Usually it was people that were going to jail.
Oh, jeez.
Like that guy.
Yeah.
Ruined my life.
Well, they got them there. They got themselves there.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking.
So, anyway. Yeah, I don't really know where this is going. I just wanted to kind of talk about...
Well, we were talking about stuff, so where we're at the lake house, we're an hour from our home. This morning we get up and Houston wanted to go to town and play golf with his buddies. Weston's at work. Emily's at basketball camp with the high school girls basketball team. And we were like, well, another day. We found ourselves alone. Yesterday, Weston was at work, which he doesn't live with us, so it doesn't really count. Emily was at the same basketball camp, and Weston had stayed the night with a friend. Houston had stayed the night with a friend and wasn't home, so we were all alone. And DJ said, "What are we gonna do? Let's just go to the lake or something." I was like, "Okay, this is weird. This is weird." Not just that DJ wanted to go to the lake, because that is weird. Because most of my life, DJ's like, "I'm not going to the lake. I can put my feet in the water and I can't see my feet. I want to go to the beach."
I have preferred the beach.
Yeah, so she's become more of a lake girl, but we're finding ourselves, and I've talked about this a few times on my channel. We're finding ourselves in this place in life where we're like, we're not busy. We are. Listen, one of my pet peeves when people say, "Well, what have you been up to? You been busy?" Like, I think we use the word busy as we use it as a badge of honor to say we're doing a lot. And sometimes that busyness trumps quality.
For sure.
I don't mean to take over your video, but I talk about this stuff on mine.
Yeah, we talk, and we...
That's what we were talking about on the way down here.
Yeah.
Not the busyness, but I hate it when people are like, "Well, you been busy?" Well, yeah, but I've been accomplishing things. And busy, I just think as Americans, we just equate busy as good.
Yeah.
And busy's not always good. It can be good, but for us specifically, we're going through a phase in our life, in our marriage, where our kids don't need us as much. They still need us. And Houston's 12. Of course, he needs us. Weston's 23, and he needed me to make him sandwiches and take them to him on his first day of work the other day. I don't mean it like that, but they're not toddlers. They're not needing... We don't have to be with them every waking second, and it's a transition for us.
It is, for sure. And I feel like different ways.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple ways. Because, A, what are we going to do? Like, do we just sit here and watch the TV? No, that's not what we want to do.
Us.
And then the other thing, for me anyway, is it sort of hurts my feelings that they don't need me.
Absolutely.
As much.
Yeah.
But that's...
Yeah, you're the mom that breastfed your kids until they were 4 or something.
I did not.
Well, it felt like it.
No, the longest was 17 months.
When they walk in the room, they're like, "Mom, I'm hungry. I need a snack." She's like, "Okay, come here, baby."
No, I say, go get it.
I'm talking about when they were breastfeeding.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Now I say, go get it. Help yourself. Because that's what... that's what the point is. You have these babies and they're so needy and they can't help themselves, and you teach them how to function. And but then when they start doing all the things without you and not needing you,
when they start functioning,
when they decide to start functioning, it's kind of like leaves mom and dad out here in no man's land. Like, what do I do with my hands?
Yeah.
And so. That's
it's good.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's the point.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's different.
It's different.
Yeah.
Because for many, DJ had a 3-year-old when I met her. We never knew a life without kids together. I mean, we knew a life without kids. We didn't know a life without kids as a couple. From the day we met, we had kids. And then a couple of years later came Emily. And then 4 years later was Houston. And that's all we've ever known. And it's such a weird experience for us to look up multiple days a week and go, we don't have any kids. Like, at supper time, we don't have any kids. And we're back to that busyness thing. Like, sports had always been such a huge part of our family. Always. And there's still sports going on. Houston's going to play football in the fall. He's playing golf right now. You know, Emily's not actively playing sports since her surgery. She's decided, like, that wasn't our decision. The doctor cleared her. The doctor said you can go back to sports, but her decision, her choice was it's not worth getting hurt because she's got a metal bar in her chest. And I think she's a little bit, not scared, but just trying to play it safe.
I am. I mean, as much as I love sports, I didn't want her to play. We didn't tell her that. I didn't tell her that.
It was her decision.
Yeah.
But for most of our marriage, it's been, okay, Monday we got baseball practice. Tuesday we got baseball game. Wednesday we're gonna go to work, go to church. Thursday he's got practice over here. She's got practice over here. We have softball in this town and we got baseball in this town. And there were a lot of years where 6 days a week there was some sort of sports going on in the evenings. It seemed like, whether it was ball games or practices.
Well, and when you were a trooper, like, there were multiple days in a row where we wouldn't really see you.
Yeah. Bedtime. Bedtime, and when you get out of bed, and that's about it.
Yeah. So into this now where it's
just been a huge transition, and weird, fun, great, awesome, scary, hard, all the things.
Yeah.
Like, we still do stuff as a family, and I talked about this on my Father's Day video. It's like Weston's 23. He's figuring out life. He's trying to figure out life, and some days he does really good. Some days he struggles and doesn't know what his middle name is, probably, but he's 23. I think that's normal. But it's hard as a parent to go, figure this out. But you can't do it for him, But there was several years there where he didn't want to be around us for fun activities. He'd come over and eat, or we'd go do stuff, but he didn't want to just come hang out with us.
Right.
And now we got this guy that wants to be our friend.
Yeah, and
it's weird.
It is
fun.
Weird, but it is. It's just like, okay, so now we're not as bad as you thought we were.
Well, and now we don't have to be as much of a disciplinarian role.
Right.
And he needed a lot of discipline as a child.
But as he matures, it's really like heartwarming to just him and the other two kids. We came down or we were at the lake the other day, and just watching them together. I mean, I just had this moment, and I'm just like crying because I'm watching them, and I don't know, it was just, there's just something about it that.
It's hard because there's an age gap from 12 to 23.
Yeah, there's 10 years between.
10 years, so a 23-year-old typically doesn't want to hang out with a 12-year-old. But
now they share this new love of golf together, and it's really good for them.
Heck yeah. And Weston is like Houston's biggest cheerleader when it comes to it. Like, he's been taking him to golf tournaments, and he's like, this kid's good. Like, I'm excited for him. It's kind of different because he's always been the lame little brother that was annoying,
Yeah.
And that's understandable. It is. But we came here and stayed as a family for the first time. We came down a couple months ago, and stayed here, but not all of our kids were with us.
Yeah.
This past Friday or Thursday. Friday, we came down, spent some time on the lake, and I've talked about this too, but spent some time on the lake and stayed here, went out to eat, spent the night at the lake house for the first time as a group of 5. And it was like this unexpectedly emotional experience for me, and I think for us, because I wasn't expecting it to be an emotional thing. But when you're at home, and I talk about this on my channel, when you're at home, well, Weston doesn't live there anymore, first off, and Emily's got activities going everywhere, and Houston's going to go do this, and I've got to work, and I've got to take care of animals, and DJ's doing picture stuff or whatever, doing all the cleaning and taking care of things. And we came down here and stayed one night, and it was like all of us just hung out. Nobody fought. Like, we went out to dinner, and it was so much fun. And hanging out on the lake was so much fun. And we get up the next morning, and nobody has anywhere to jump up and run to.
Yeah, we had coffee in bed.
Yeah.
We never do that.
We got up and made cinnamon rolls for the kids, and it was this cool experience of getting all 5 of us together in the same house, but nobody had anything to do or any, and it was kind of happened at Christmas too.
Yeah.
Weston came and stayed the night on Christmas Eve and stayed, we all got up Christmas morning and had this big family powwow where Dad cried a lot, but we don't get to do that anymore on a regular basis. And we could do it at home, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Everybody's busy. Everybody's got that busy word, but everybody's got things they've got to do and places to be. And what I wasn't expecting about this silly little lake house that we're planning on renting out to you guys, to whoever, but what I wasn't expecting for our family was a place to come and unplug and reconnect and just hang out and experience us again.
Yeah.
Dadgummit.
Don't. You're going to make me cry too. Don't do that.
I'm stuck on my bottle here. I love it. This house has become a special place because of one night. Like, it's just like, and it won't be that way every time, but the cool thing is our kids want to be with us. They want to be here. They want to go to the lake. They want to go to the lake. Emily has wanted us to buy a boat for 4 or 5 years, and I don't mean a little bass boat. Like, she wants a fun boat, a pontoon or a ski boat or something. And we told her, we put her off for years and said we can't, because we got summer softball and summer baseball, and summer softball rolls right into fast pitch softball with school, and Houston's got baseball and Houston's got football practice, and it didn't make sense. She wanted us to buy a boat. We wouldn't have been able to take it out 5 times during the summer because we were busy. Busy.
Yeah.
It was good stuff. Sports are good. Sports were great. I won't change a thing about Weston growing up in sports and Emily growing up in sports. And Houston now is football and golf, and bass fishing is a sport. But it's different. It's just a different time. And, we went and looked at a bunch of different boats, and I'm like, it's weird because I've got a bass boat, but it's not fit for a family of 5.
No.
It's not a hangout, have a good time, relax kind of boat. If I put that boat in the water, Houston's serious. Like, he doesn't laugh and joke. He's like, we're going fishing. We're going bass fishing. And we're going to catch a monster. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go catch a crappie. We're going bass fishing. I'm going to catch my PB. And he takes it serious. There is no playing around. It's hardcore. And I love it. I love every second of it. But that's not what my entire family wants to experience. So we're trying to figure out. Emily's fixing to be a senior in high school. She's only going to be in our house for another year, probably. If we're lucky, we can get her to come home in the summertime.
If we have a boat, she'll come home.
I know. And that's what this lake house experience is about. So is it the natural progression, the next step? Arms Family Homestead started out as a channel that made deer hunting videos, and then gardening videos, and then I built a greenhouse and the goats, and it became more all specifically farm animals than gardens. And then I got bored with the garden, and then I started fishing more, which we fished all the time, but I started fishing more. And it was this progression of who we were becoming, and what our family's interests were. And
I love that can change.
Yeah.
Like, who wants to be that complacent?
Yeah.
Forever.
Right.
Like, I don't want that. I don't want that for us or for our kids. And yeah.
I mean, this channel's called Do Your Best. We can just, whatever our best is, we're going to do it.
Yeah. That's right.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means from one day to the next.
No.
So we're contemplating life, I guess. It's probably the title of this video.
Is life changing?
Life steps. Phases in life. Or just, I don't know. Most of you guys watching this are probably 20 to 30 years older than us, and you're probably at your computer going, I did that, I did all that, I've been there, you know, and that's cool. I mean, it is. Everybody's got to go through these phases on their own, I guess. And you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I can tell my teenager not to do something, and they're going to do it, you know. They got to go through those things. And we, as a couple, have to figure out a way that we've come out of this raising kids experience just as in love as we were when we started. And I think that's a huge part of it.
I would say more.
Or more. Or more. More than when I was 20.
Yeah, it's like...
I was in love, honey. I was in love. And right now, I'm still in love.
Oh my gosh.
But there was that middle phase in there where I was in love, but it was different because you were mom. You were raising babies.
Babyville is hard. Babyville is exhausting, to put it mildly. In every way, shape, form. I would not change it for the world because I loved having babies.
And it makes you who you are.
For sure. But I'm also much wiser, I feel like, than I was back then. I've learned so much along the way, and so have you, and about each other. And parenting forces you to, it definitely can make you struggle. Because we are not the same person, and so we don't have the same, ideas all the time. And but I feel like it just makes, the whole point is, I feel like, to be better together.
For sure.
And,
My question for us is, why is it such a hard up decision to go buy a boat? Like, why is that hard? Why is that difficult?
I don't know.
Like, the bass boat was, we talked about it for a while, and I just went and did it. But, like, buying a boat for our family, like, why is it such a hard decision of if that's the right idea? We kicked around this idea for a while. So, like, why is that such a hard decision? Because DJ's been dropping hints about it since I loaded her up on the mini pontoon and took her down the creek. And she was like, this is fun. We need a bigger boat.
I will say that a lot of it for me is I'm not a big spender. So it's hard for me, just in general, whether it's about a boat
it's really hard for you to spend money on something that you don't need.
Yes.
So if it's something that's for business, or if we need a Suburban to take 17 extra kids to all the ball games, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's easy to justify.
And when we bought this one, the Suburban before, I'd had it for 8 years. And now the one we currently have, I've had it for 5 years. So I know that we get our value, out of it for sure. But I struggle with that. The guilt of spending money like that, really. It's just my own thing. Because what if? I don't know. I don't what if everything to death by any means. But, but then, where was I going? The other thing is, I think for me is sort of being judged.
That's exactly where I was fixing to go with it. I wasn't going to say judged. What I think we care about how we're perceived by our friends, by our family, by random people that know us in town, and random people that know us on the internet. Like, our friends, we've got a lot of friends that if they want to talk about buying a boat, they go buy a boat, and they're like, I don't care.
They build a pool in their backyard, and it's like, oh, we got a pool,
Yeah. And we struggle with that. And it's just weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
We do struggle with that on how people perceive us, because while we've been, I mean, we started off with nothing. Our first house, we talked about it on my video, was $56,000. A 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, brick home. But it was $56,000. And we were like, I hope we can do this,
Like his paycheck, like I was doing my student teaching at the time, but his paycheck for 1 month was $1,900 as a state trooper. And so factoring in a mortgage payment was
scary.
Yeah, it was really scary.
Yeah. I mean, we've always been able to pay our bills. That's not been the problem. But for most of our early marriage, we struggled. And I started this YouTube stuff as a side hustle. And then when I started YouTube, I was like, maybe this will do something. But I preached to people side hustles because while I was a full-time state trooper, I mowed lawns and I did all kinds of different stuff. We sold stuff on eBay to make money and did everything we could for extra money. And we came from very humble backgrounds, both of us. And while we've had those struggles, the last several years have been successful. And that's hard. This doesn't even make sense, but it's hard to understand success.
Yeah.
It's hard because we're not showboaters. We don't like, we're not going to go buy $1 million home. We're not going to do that kind of stuff. Like we still live in the house that I grew up in.
Yep.
And we're happy there. We're humble. And
now,
we don't want to lose that.
I will say I would love to build our forever home. But that's like...
I've been in that home forever.
I know, but like, I would like to build our home together.
Right, as a couple.
As a couple.
I understand.
I would like that, but it's just right now, especially, and over the last 17, 18 years, that's just not been a reality for us because of where we live and because of our property. And
that's home.
That's home. I mean, it is. I know you grew up there, but I mean, I've been there for 20 years.
Yeah.
I've raised babies there. And so that's nothing that I ever want to part away from necessarily. Would I like to take my house and pick it up and move it and then build one right there? Yes.
No, you want to build one on the other side of the creek.
Well, I would prefer the other side of the creek, but then we have a perfectly good house sitting there, so it's like...
Yeah.
Anyway.
But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah. We want to stay humble. We want to stay true to who we are, and we don't put out to the world that we're big and flashy. And we've been able to have some success in our business, and we are happy. We are happy about the success. But I've had 2 different friends recently tell me, you guys are awesome. You guys are doing great. You guys are successful. But I just wish you would enjoy your money more. Enjoy your success more. I'm like, well, what does that mean? We don't have to blow money to enjoy it. We can build a future for ourselves in our retirement accounts and savings and investments. This is an investment property. This house, we bought it. Yeah, it's money. We're enjoying it, but it's an investment. We're buying assets. I don't mind putting our money in toward an asset. An asset, something that's going to increase in value. A boat is a liability. It's going to go down in value. Like a Suburban or a pickup truck. But we know we're going to use the Suburban and pickup truck every day.
Yeah.
The boat, like 5 months, 6 months out of the year, 4 or 5 times a month or whatever, it's hard to justify. So I don't know. Life is tricky. And we overthink stuff. Can you tell?
Just a little bit.
We overthink everything sometimes. Not just us. I think people in general.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes it's hard to admit success. And that's weird.
I feel just as proud where we are now as I was when we graduated college. To me, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
I was the first person in the one side of my family to graduate college with a bachelor's degree. So that was very important, and I felt very successful. And
I was too on my dad's side.
Yeah. So I don't know why, why do we as humans feel like we can't share how we feel about that, outwardly?
It's tough because we're on a platform putting ourselves out to the world. And when we started, we had very little. And it's hard for other people sometimes to be happy with success. So when they want to judge you, and then we feel that judgment, and
in some of the mean comments, we feel those judgments.
We do. And it doesn't matter. Like, they're not going to change the course of our life. We're going to do our best to make our own sound decisions for our family. But, there is part of us, I feel like, that we're like, I don't know if we should do that.
Nope.
Someone's knocking on the door.
He had to help the garage door guy.
Yep. We got our garage door on now. We can spray foam and finish electricity. So.
Sorry for the interruption. Can't talk.
Lots of rambling today.
What?
Lots of rambling today. It's a long chit-chatty talky talk.
It's okay.
Sorry, I'll quit talking. Nobody likes to hear me talk.
That is not true.
On this channel.
Well, that's true. A lot of people don't like to hear you talk on this channel. But I don't care. It's my channel. And you're mine. So.
That makes it like 49% my channel?
Sure.
Okay.
So yeah, sorry we have rambled, but just wanted to chat, I guess. We may buy a boat.
Another boat. Keeping the bass boat. Don't anybody get confused. If I sold that bass boat, Houston might go with it.
He loves the bass boat.
He loves it.
Sometimes when we can't find him, I'm like, where's Houston? And I'll go outside and look around, and he's in the boat, in the garage, doing whatever he does on them. I don't know.
Well, you have to get all your rods and reels set up and ready, and have certain lures tied on certain poles and all the things. I'm thankful he does it, because I don't have to sit out there and do it. But he studies it.
He does. He loves it. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we may buy a boat for the lake house. And we can use it on the lake at home, too. We can just haul it back and forth, but.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we're doing a demo. We're going to do a demo. Okay, listen. In my mind, in our mind, since we're talking about boats, we're like pontoon people. I think pontoon be cool. It's like a floating dock. Everybody just chills. It don't go real fast. It don't do a whole lot. It's got shade. Turn on the radio, kick back, pull up on the beach, cook a hot dog, hang out. But we have kids that are athletes. We have kids that are busybodies. So we went to look at some pontoon boats today, and we went to a boat show the other day, and DJ surprised me. I wouldn't have thought she would have wanted like a wakeboard boat, like a surf boat. And there was a guy at the boat show that had some very overly, excessively expensive surf boats, Mastercraft surf boats. And he's like, hey, I got a couple pontoons, some really nice pontoons. You should come look at them. And she's like, but this is so pretty.
It was pretty.
And we're not buying it.
No.
But it matched her truck.
It did. It did match my truck.
And so we went and looked. And we're going to do a demo on a entry level. Because the one that DJ, the guy's trying to sell her, was $180,000.
That's crazy. Crazy.
That's like 3 of our first homes.
Yeah. So crazy.
No,
I was not.
No.
Seriously interested.
But there's some more entry level surf boats out there that he has. Anyways, he offered to come, bring one to the lake and do a demo.
Yeah.
And I'm excited as heck about it, because my kids don't know how to surf behind a boat, and they're going to fall down and they're going to go splat on the water, and I'm going to video it. Now, the unfortunate part is they're probably going to make me do the same thing.
I'm not.
And we're not going to video it. Anyways, yeah, we're going to do a demo on the water.
Yeah.
With a surf boat. It's a cool guy. I mean, he's a salesman. Yeah. He owns a business. I get it. He's trying to sell a product. But I don't know the first thing about a ski type boat. Like, I'm comfortable on a bass boat. I'm comfortable. I can be comfortable on a pontoon boat because it's chill. Ski boats freak bass fishermen out. Trust me, I'm one of them. I grew up with a dad that was a bass fisherman that hated skiers. Hated jet skis. All the things, water sports, fun, is against everything that a bass fisherman knows.
Well,
when he comes up
I'm not
and we demo this boat, I'm going to be on this boat like this. Ain't nobody going to know I'm driving a ski boat.
You're ridiculous. Jeez.
Yeah. It's just different crowd, different folks. Nothing against them.
Listen, I think you could totally chill in one of those two. You don't have to just use it for that specific intended purpose all the time.
I think you could chill on a bass boat.
I do.
I know, and it's so awesome. DJ's gone to the lake twice with me to go fishing. With just us two. We call it, well, we're not going to tell you what we call it, but it's on Tuesdays and it rhymes with shaked. Nobody's on the water on Tuesdays. It's great. DJ gets to lay out and get her tan on. I'm catching them crappies. Caught 2 yesterday. I was embarrassed. Anyways, she like wants to go to the lake with me. And I'm like, really? You want to go with me on a fishing boat, on a bass boat to the lake to go do boring fishing stuff? And she's like, I just want to go be with you. I'll buy you any boat you want, honey. Trust me. Not a $180,000 boat. Any other boat you want. I don't know. We're going to do some demo stuff. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be fun. Make it for a fun video, whether we buy the boat or not. Like, I'm not into surfing, but I think our kids would be.
Yeah.
And they'd have fun. And we can demo it and show his company, his business, and he can show us a boat. And
hopefully we don't like it.
Hopefully we hate it. I hope my wife hates it. I hope we get out there and she's like, oh, I'm seasick. I don't like this. Let's go get on a bass boat. I'll be happy.
Probably won't say that.
I sound like the Grinch. Mm-hmm. That's it. I'm not going.
That's it. I'm not going.
Max! Where's Weston at when you need it? He's just the best Grinch impersonations ever. Max, get my coat.
We're leaving. Okay. So, yeah.
That's where we're at.
That's what we're thinking. And I don't even know if you guys have made this far in the video, but I appreciate it if you have.
5 or 6 of them probably have. Yeah, so Lake House. We love it. Stayed one night with the kids here, and it's become a very special place already. Yeah. The more we come down here, the more we decorate it, the more we do things, the more we look at it when we drive up, and
it's like, are we going to rent it out? That's still the plan.
It's still the plan, but it's getting harder because it's becoming a special place for us. But we want to share that.
Yeah.
Like, that's why we bought it. We want it to be a special place for other folks too.
Yeah, for sure. You know,
not as special as it is for us.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
So, do you have a song? Can you think of a song?
I'm sure Morgan Wallen has 37 new ones. I'm sure we can figure out one of those.
I've talked about them, but yeah, he's got lots of good ones on there. One of 37.
On a pontoon. Making waves and catching rays on the roof.
Yeah, that's by Little Big Town. Okay, we'll go with that song.
Really? Okay, that's fine.
I mean, it's kind of the theme of the conversation.
Trying to talk her into a pontoon. We went to look at pontoons, and we're demoing a Mastercraft surf boat.
Well, let's just see.
Let's just see.
It may be too much work.
Maybe too much work. Maybe a lot of boat.
Maybe a lot of boat. Too much accessories and all the things that you have to get.
We're simpletons. We're simpletons. It takes a lot of stuff.
It takes a lot of stuff. I don't like a lot of stuff, generally speaking.
Yep.
So, anyway, Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Nobody cried. Almost.
Dang kids. It's kids' fault.
Kids' fault. They'll do that to you. Happy, mad, or sad.
Yeah, you'll say you'll cry because you're happy at them, and you'll cry because you're mad at them, and you'll cry because they're idiots, and you'll cry because you love them, and you'll cry because
they're so pretty.
They don't need boyfriends.
Ugh.
I got in trouble in my video because people are like, "You gotta let that little girl grow up." I'm like, "Okay, I can let her grow up. Single."
Her brothers do not really like her having boyfriends. I will say that.
Nope.
Houston struggles a lot with it.
Yep.
So, okay, sorry. Anyways.
Yep. 40-minute long video now, probably.
Yeah, geez.
We got work to do.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, do your best. Do your best.
Oh, sorry.